Hey guys, welcome back. Today I want to do something a little bit different and talk about an ICO. I'm testing the waters to see how I like reviewing an ICO and to see if you guys would like this kind of content. And I figure maybe if it's something that works out, it could be something that I continue to do in the future. Quick shout out to everyone liking, subscribing, and sharing my content. You guys are the best. My usual disclaimer, this project is an ICO, so it is very much still in development, so please always do your own research, as I am not a financial advisor. All investments do have inherent risk. My videos for entertainment purposes only. Lastly, if you like my t-shirt and you want to pick one up, you can check out the merch section on my website, and if you'd like to support my channel, you should subscribe and or go check out my Patreon account. I will leave all the links down below. Let's jump right into it. What is AnkR? Before I go into the technology of the project, I'd like to give a brief definition. AnkR is a decentralized distributed cloud computing platform. Their goal is to incentivize people to contribute their computing resources to help decrease the cost and increase the efficiency of cloud computing. They are looking to replace the more traditional services that we see like Microsoft Azure and Amazon Web Services. Some stats about the ICO. So AnkR is running their ICO on the Ethereum network, making their token an ERC20 token. The ICO funding goal is $16 million in US dollars, and they're allotting 30% of the tokens for the token sale. The next obvious question would be, well, when is the crowd sale? The team states that the crowd sale and the whitelist details will be released once they close out their pre-sale, so stay tuned for updates on their announcement channel. Next up is technology. AnkR Network proposes utilizing blockchain as a solution to help address the current barriers that are preventing mass businesses from adopting this kind of technology. They promise a more efficient consensus protocol called proof of useful work. It's supposed to be a scalable blockchain framework that utilizes plasma sidechains and shardings. They also state that they plan on using native Oracle services connecting real-world data of existing internet solutions to on-chain entities. What is proof of useful work? The proof of useful work protocol enables self-sustainable blockchain frameworks. Instead of wasting electricity and computing power on hashes like Bitcoin does, proof of useful work uses the resources towards useful work tasks provided by enterprises and consumers. The protocol runs on SGX-enabled CPUs, and they state that these CPUs help to ensure the security and confidentiality of the network. I googled what these CPUs are used for because I honestly didn't know. And what I gathered, and I may be incorrect, but is that they're basically a piece of hardware that is used for application developers who are seeking to protect selected code and data from being revealed or modified. The SGX-enabled CPUs make this kind of protection possible through the use of enclaves, which are protected areas in the memory, basically. This can be useful for implementing secure remote computations, secure web browsing, and digital rights management. The use of POUW enables the massive potential of idle computing power around the world by providing user incentives, which include every computation contributor getting compensated, and some will even get extra rewards for generating the blocks. AnkR's network consists of a tree structure of blockchains where various application chains, or child chains, are connected to a single root or main chain. AnkR's main chain is the backbone of the entire system. Each child chain is tailored to the need of the specific application. Before we move on, I want to quickly define what an oracle is as it relates to blockchain tech, because I didn't know myself up until about 2 weeks ago, and it's an important part of this project, so it's important to understand what it is. Blockchains cannot access data outside of their network. An oracle is a data feed provided by a third-party service, designed for use as a data provider on the blockchain. Oracles provide external data and usually trigger some sort of smart contract when predefined conditions are met. Such condition could be any data like weather temperature, successful payment of something, price fluctuations, and so on. Blockchains on their own cannot access that outside information. They're like their own little floating islands, and oracles help to provide the data and the information that can be used on those blockchains. Alright, back to AnkR. The main chain will also provide a source of authenticated data that can be used by each child chain, meaning the main chain will act as its own oracle. Currently existing oracle solutions exist separately from the blockchain, and sometimes capability can be an issue. AnkR wants to solve this problem by creating a user-friendly universal API for each child chain to connect to off-chain entities. Existing businesses can build decentralized autonomous applications on the child chain with powerful computing power and utilize all of the built-in Oracle services. Next is the child chain. Each child chain can be tailored to serve different purposes based on the technical need. Application-specific smart contracts will be stored on the child chain, and the main chain will be used for consensus and distributed computation. Because the main chain can tap into the distributed global computing power, transactions on the child chain will be calculated at a speed much faster than transactions on the traditional one-chain structure. The next component is their multi-chain structure that utilizes Plasma. The Plasma implementation allows different applications to handle application-specific smart contracts on individual sidechains, preventing the transactions from overloading the proof of useful work-based main chain. AnkR's permissionless blockchain framework can support an ecosystem of decentralized autonomous applications. They envision that these applications will include a global peer-to-peer payment system, personal credit system, and most importantly, tokenization of real-world assets that normally cannot be easily sold or exchanged for cash without losing a substantial amount in the value. Next is some use cases. Imagine Oracle services being utilized for something like the MLS, which is a giant source of real estate data. The API support would allow the data of recent sales, public and private schools, demographics, home values, market trends, and anything else that could be easily accessible on the blockchain through these Oracle services. Potential fiat currency transactions on the blockchain. AnkR should be able to provide a bank-intermediated ledger through commercial banks by way of API. By design, it should present proof of transfer, making purchases of smart assets with fiat currency possible. The capability of interacting with modern application interfaces, such as being able to connect the blockchain with applications such as Facebook Messenger or WeChat to unlock a massive marketing potential. Onto their token system. AnkR tokens serve as the store of value and the means to transfer value within the AnkR blockchain. These tokens can also be used to pay the computational fees across all child chains, and all users of the AnkR blockchain can earn AnkR tokens by contributing their computing power. AnkR tokens can be mined by contributing idle computing power for the useful work computations. The team states that the decentralization computer aspect of AnkR will be much cheaper than the centralized solutions such as Amazon Cloud or Google Cloud, and because the decentralized cloud will utilize other wasted computing power and wouldn't charge higher markups like the big internet giants. Let's talk about the team because that's always important. Chandler Song is the co-founder and the project manager. He has a Bachelor's of Science in Electrical Engineering and Computer Science from the University of California in Berkeley. He's a self-proclaimed serial entrepreneur who's worked at Amazon, Diddy, and the software development company SAP. Next, we have the co-founder and CTO, Stanley Wu. He has a Master's of Science from the Rochester University of Computer Science and a Bachelor's of Science from Shanghai University. He was a lead tech at Amazon and states he's got 10 plus years of industry experience in larger scale cloud services. And lastly, we have Ryan Feng, who's the co-founder and COO. He's a Bachelor's of Science from the University of California, Berkeley, and he too is a self-proclaimed serial entrepreneur who's worked at Credit Suisse, Morgan Stanley, China Renaissance, and State Street. Obviously, there are other members of the team, but these are the major guys that I really just wanted to touch on. The research partners are Blockchain at Berkeley, Dora Hacks, and CBC. Their strategic investors are Neo Global Capital, GBIC, Cosmos, OK Blockchain Capital. A pretty important advisor on the project is Christelle Queck. She's the co-founder and chief commercial officer of Bolt, the world's first open entertainment and economy that's powered by Zilliqa. She's an advisor to Zilliqa as well as the Switch.io network, which is the first decentralized exchange that's built on Neo. Upcoming to look forward to, the roadmap states that their white paper release is planned for this month, June of 2018, and their first prototype release is planned for July of 2018. My final thoughts. Decentralized cloud computing seems to be the next popular platform blockchain tech is trying to disrupt. I believe this project has great potential and it can be probably pretty lucrative if they're successful in creating what they promise. The team states to be experienced, and they have a pretty good amount of people on board considering it's just in the ICO stages. Overall, I think the project is one to keep your eye on. I'm interested to see what the general consensus of the community is once the white paper is released. I'll leave all the important links for myself and for the AnkR project down below. As usual, I want to thank you guys for watching. I'd also like some feedback. If you liked the ICO video, if you didn't, please let me know. I like to try to tailor my content to see if I can come up with some new stuff to give you guys. I got a lot going on this week, so I will probably see you sooner than next week. But as usual, thanks for watching.